Okay, so we got another feature here. This guy has sent this same email to me, I would say 9 times in the last month. So I think sometimes people think that if I haven't reacted to them immediately, it means I didn't get it. But it's really more like I have a ton of people sending me stuff and I will get to you. It's never that I'm ignoring you.
Right.
Just wanted to put that out there because, like I said, I have the same email over and over again. I was like, oh, another Remy Reacts email. Oh, it's this one again.
But it worked because here we are reacting.
Well, I would have done it anyway.
All
He was like, it's not like, oh, I'm not going to now.
right. Well, this one says traditional collection for YouTube. What's up, Remy? My name is Mike. I've been following the channel for some time now. Big fan. Not too sure how you'll feel about my collection. As you can see, my torso could use some more fillers and my back is unfinished. Cover up. Still would love to hear your opinion either way. Look forward to hearing your reaction. Thank you. And it was from Michael.
All right, Michael, let's have it. He's been really eager for me to give him my thoughts, so I don't want to hold out on him now.
All right. My
Well-
first thought on this one is really bad placement.
Yeah, terrible placement.
Terrible placement.
Like, what in the world is going on with this fucking...
So the skull should be in the center of the arm.
Yeah,
Not on the
also
outer
like
arm.
the feathers shouldn't be the most of the tattoo, right? Like remember that thing with Alex here yesterday when I was like, yeah, make the rose bigger.
Yeah,
Right.
well, because that's the focal point.
But this is what's supposed to happen in shops. Like the shop environment is like sometimes a tattooer will stare at something for a really long time.
Yeah, they think it's a pretty design.
Well, it's like they've been working on it for too long, and they need some oxygen, you know. And that's what the other tattooers and people around are supposed to go and have fresh eyes on it and go, oh, this part needs to be different,
Yeah.
you know. And that's all that needed to happen here was someone needed to go, oh, the skull is the foreground.
Yeah, the skull should be the main feature. And right now, what our main feature is this, like, beaded earpiece, like, that's in the middle of his arm that looks like a mandala. And
Well,
it's kind of depressing because that's the worst part of the tattoo. The rest of the tattoo doesn't look so bad.
Yeah, it could have been better if it was bigger, too.
Yeah.
It's just so small, it's hard to
Yeah.
decipher anything in there. Mm-hmm. And then, like, this is pretty fucking scattershot stuff here.
Yeah, I think he's just having
Maybe a little
fun.
too much fun. Maybe a little too much fun in some of the wrong areas.
Yeah, we
What
got
is this, a double-sided candle?
it's burning on both ends.
Yeah, I would have gone to a real badass for that one, you know? Anything face-related, you want to go to someone who's putting up, like, really clean work.
I think that's pretty clean.
I don't know why you're hard outlining in black the outsides of that candle.
Oh, like the wick?
Even in traditional tattoos,
flame?
that wouldn't typically be done. That would have been done with like a darker color. So
Meh, I like it.
it doesn't work for me.
I don't think it's the
It's
worst.
pretty fucking stubby. I would have had the whole thing go longer if I was
Yeah,
going to do
not
it at all.
everybody's you.
No, just because like there's a natural, like look at the shape of that guy's face.
I know, it could have been longer.
There's an absolute natural flow to the side of his face that would have framed it better, right? You take the tips to the bottom of his jawline and then to like up here, right into his
Yeah,
hairline.
and you could have maybe done like a funner flame shape to like suit the shape of his face too. Like that's a thing.
Yeah, and yeah, it just looks kind of blobby, right? Like it just, it's pretty clunky looking. It doesn't really have that feeling of like this is a candle to me. I know it's a candle, but it looks more like a block with 2 points. So I don't know that it met the challenge. The dagger is a little bit better, except I would like to see like the end of the dagger. Like I would like to see it ripping through or something.
Oh yeah, it's a little lost. I thought it
just-
was just a broken dagger.
It's stabbing into his neck, and then there's blood coming from the slice wound.
Yeah, I didn't really get that from that.
Typically with these you would have like the skin rip thing or like something there to indicate that there's a puncture,
Yeah.
and there isn't.
Yeah, this just looks like a short, broken dagger dripping blood to me.
It's also a little strange that we are good with color usually, but we didn't put color in the blood, right? Like, why is there no red in this tattoo? Like, doesn't that not seem like it should be red?
Seems like it should be red to me.
Because, like, he's already got color. It's not like he's a hard-line black and gray guy. He has orange, bright orange on his face. So it's like, do yourself a favor and get a highlight of red in there.
Yeah.
And some red on the dagger would make it seem...
Maybe some white in there to keep some of that from blurbing together.
A little white in there, but the problem is a lot of traditional tattooers don't use white.
I know.
So if you're only going to do this much, you should put some red in the blood and a little bit of red at the base of the dagger going into the guy's neck so that it has the look of like, oh, this is hurting him or something.
I feel like other than our 222 on the other side, this neck tattoo kind of fits the space a little better.
It does, but like, what is that standing on top of / behind it? Is it like a fucking...
It's a dagger.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a dagger going through a heart.
I can barely tell you that.
Well,
it's some weird glare here.
It's in the fade of his hair.
It's got a weird kind of bend to it.
Well, it's like an Arabian dagger, one of those curved ones.
See, again, like, I don't think that the front of the dagger coming out of the bottom of the heart lines up with the dagger. Like, I feel like the dagger should be down here. Like, that is a crazy curve.
I'd have to, like, draw a line.
That's a crazy curve. It's like, it's almost like it's on a crescent or something.
Well, it is.
It should have a slope to it. I could see that, but it seems a little bit too fucking curved for me. But maybe it's just that I'm not used to seeing dagger tattoos on a bend. They're almost never done.
No, it's a bit of a weird. Yeah,
they're almost always either double bladed or they're like they have a strong, sharp point to them, right? This looks more like a banana in the way that it's done, especially because the blade doesn't look sharp the way they've shaded it. It looks very dull, right? Like it doesn't have that like this could cut you. It looks more like you would be able to grab this. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
it looks kind of light. I do like the colors, though, and I think that they saturated the colors really well.
I like this style of traditional. I just think it's being done a little bit strange in places. The spider web in his clavicle is kind of fun, but it doesn't, again, it's like there's this weird texture problem here. Like, it doesn't look like it should be... like that doesn't look like a web necessarily.
Yeah, like, it reminds me of like a Tim Burton spider web.
Yeah, they're almost too like, I don't know, like over the top or like embellished or something. It's like a new schooly type traditional.
Yeah.
Like, but not though. It has like old traditional look to it, but like some of the fundamentals aren't quite right.
Yeah, I agree.
That is the world's smallest clipper ship.
Oh my gosh.
Holy mother of God. Why is that so small?
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, clipper ships should be big.
I fucking pity the guy who did that at that size. Oof. Can you imagine trying to fucking do this at this size and make it look right?
It looks good.
It looks very restrained and like tucked in there.
It doesn't, there's no name on the banner though.
No, why is the banner empty?
Why have a banner? If you're not going to put anything in the banner.
Just right, I forgot. Right?
Forgot.
That's what it should say. So, oops. Like, what? Who does a banner with no words?
Yeah, I like
Is there an irony to this that I'm not getting?
I don't know. I like the razor blade, though. That's fun.
I mean, like, this has a vibe, for sure. There's a fucking vibe to this whole thing.
2000s traditional?
More like late 90s almost.
Yeah.
Like mid to late 90s, but like some of that stuff wouldn't have been done as well, but it would have looked like this.
Yeah.
I feel like the standard of tattooing has overall come up so much that shit like this would have been more like cool at that point.
I don't hate this. I think this is cool. And this is like, this reminds me of something like someone who likes like pop punk.
Look at the dice next to the clipper ship.
Yeah.
The sizing. It's
cherry dice.
Yeah, but like think about the sizing of this.
You're not thinking about the sizing. He just walked in and said, I want some fucking cherry dice.
Wonder how long that clipper ship took at that size.
Probably a while.
Probably longer than it would have taken at a bigger size.
Like 6 hours.
And then he's got another one of these dagger roses on the other side of his arm. You can just barely see it, just poking up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't, like, he's...
Oh, yeah.
It's these
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
daggers.
I mean, my best friend has a dagger rose. It was a thing in the
I've
early
had
2000s.
daggers. I had, what, 3 dagger tattoos?
No, but with a rose?
Yeah, I didn't do the dagger rose.
The dagger rose was like, it was a thing.
Yeah, but you get, like, one of them. You don't need to get, like, 7
You know?
dagger... Like, because, like, you can get a bunch of daggers and a bunch of roses. God knows I have enough roses.
You might be picking people's flash.
But at some point, too, like, if you're going to keep getting, like... If you're going to keep getting these, try and lay them out in a way that, like, they start to complement one another.
Yeah.
Right? Like, some kind of a body theme should start happening at some point instead of just, like, random fucking, like, ADD moments.
Yeah, the theme is he's doing, like, trad. And I looked forward to a mess that's happening.
Yeah, so this back piece here is never going to be okay.
It's a cover-up.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know how you're going to pull out that top left corner.
It hurts my brain.
And then it's all the same line weights up there, even over the cover-up stuff. Like, the cover-up is covering up similarly hard-lined stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, that's pretty fucking hard to do.
Yeah,
You know how hard it's going to be to cover that mess in there?
I don't know. I want to see this finished. I like.
I'm
I think
deeply
like
curious.
the design is nice, and I think that if it's done the right way, they can hide that cover up. I'm just skeptical.
If they use, like, the right colors, this will be the best piece on him.
Yeah.
But, like, that top left is almost unfixable.
Well, I'm having trouble. The tattooer, I feel sorry for his brain when he was trying to put the
Well, this would make you go
line work
cross-eyed.
in there. Yeah.
But, like, that stuff that's happening in the top left, the reason why I say this is almost unfixable is because, like, those hard black lines, unless everything is that, like, if you black this out, it'd be easier to cover than it would be to cover that. Because those hard black lines are in such a tight formation everywhere in there that, like, when you put red over the negative space, then you put red over that dark line is just going to be a dark red line now.
Yeah,
right?
so unless you're like pumping black over all of that, which I don't think you are.
I mean, you can get some on the wing, but you can't go full black because it's going to have some kind of dimension in the wing there.
Right, I know. And then there's like part of this is on that lightning bolt. Some of it's in the light in the lighthouse. Like those are all going to be yellow. Like I just don't know how you're going to pull that off.
It's going to be a wild time.
I really, when you get this finished, I really want you to send it. Because
He may not.
I want to see if
Like,
you're.
he may not.
I want to see if your artist is a miracle worker.
Because, like, look at the girl, Terry's girlfriend, right? With her back piece.
Oh, I know. She says it hurts.
Has
I
it
believe
lined
her that
out?
it hurts, though.
Has been over a year without a session on it.
Yeah, but you might eat your words soon. She might finish
Well,
it.
we're hoping that's the case, but
Yeah.
I don't think she'd do it in one session. But
No.
like a lot of people will get their back lined out and then they'll never go back. Like Kevin, the old co-host, he got his back lined out by Alex while he was here, like Alex Rose,
Yeah.
with numbing cream. And then he went to fill it in with numbing cream, and he tapped out in like 13 minutes.
Oh my gosh. I heard Alex is pretty heavy-handed.
Doesn't
but
matter.
With numbing cream? Like, come on, man.
Doesn't matter. Both days, numbing cream. And the second day, and he was so confident he was going to do it, too. Like, he was over brimming with confidence. Like, it was like to an obnoxious degree. Like, he was, I don't know why all you doubt. I don't know why you doubt. You hate getting tattooed, you fucking bastard. He said on here all the time, there are two types of people who get tattooed. People who like tattoos and you. He would say that to me all the time. Because it was like, oh, well, yeah, because I would talk about going on about, oh, I like the process. He's like, I just want to have tattoos.
Yeah, and those are the people that use numbing cream. You know how you said the other clipper ship was the smallest clipper ship? I think we just found the smallest.
I don't know why the obsession with clipper ship.
Well, and daggers, and
And
I think
dagger
there's been a
rose.
couple diamonds.
And this is another curved dagger.
Well, yeah.
I don't know that this one was meant to be that curved.
I don't know.
It's because of the placement.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking weird.
Is this another one?
No, that's the same
Is that
one.
the same one?
That's
okay,
the
that's
first
the
one.
first
It's just
one.
a different
I was
view
like,
of
do you
his
have
arm.
3 clipper shifts?
This is a wild time, man. This looks a little bit like Trevor's leg or something.
Ah,
They're a shop rat.
yeah.
Like it's just like like 13 minutes at a
This
time.
arm kind of has a theme though. It's a little bit nautical, so I mean this
It's so
makes sense
fucking
to me.
busy.
But this is like trad
Like
sleeves
I
are
just
busy.
want like a 120 or like a 49 mag to just start blacking this all out and just get a little bit of clarity here. But I mean, it does have a look. It's just very, very busy. It's disorienting
even
to look
the
at,
torso, we got more,
especially when you get some distance from
more
it.
weird spider web, a really weird looking eagle.
The eagle looks like he's got like a worm neck.
I mean, like
Holy fuck!
stylistically,
I like this though.
Yeah, like stylistically, I don't think I like the way the statue designs things, but their lines are really nice and their color is really
Some
nice.
of this is nice. Some of it is very bad.
The newer stuff, I think whoever he's going to for the newer stuff, I really like.
But it has this kind of schmorg look to it that, like, I can't help but appreciate, like, just the overall balls of this thing.
Yeah.
But, like, the nipples are really just highlighted for me. Like, man, why are we framing the nipples like this? Why did they take the fucking spider web and put a frame around his nipple? That's like, that guy was just being a dick when he did that. Like that, and same thing with that diamond, the way it's shaped. Look, they fucking put the fucking nipple in a spotlight. Like, why do things like that?
Well, I don't know.
They're playing with it.
People are afraid of the nipple.
And they did the same thing to the belly button too. They framed, like, they're framing the parts of this like it's like, this is how you anger me, right? Like, it's insane. You just put a spotlight on the things that you're skipping
You guys
over.
almost made him spit mad.
It's annoying to me. Like, why would you do it that way?
He got a little stutter going.
Well, no, like, if you could just tattoo around it and not put a fucking highlight on it, that'd be great. Why are you highlighting his nipples? We want to highlight the natural body. Like, what is it's a man's nipples. They're not meant to be on display like this.
Yeah, well.
Like, they're not. That is the most highlighted thing in this entire composition. His nipples and his belly button.
Yeah.
The eagle should be, but it's not as black as most of the rest of his work.
Oh.
It has this dated look to it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, the black that was used in that is not nearly as dark as a lot of what else he has. So somehow it's like, it's not in the foreground. Right? It should be the centerpiece.
But
with
it's
how much real estate. But almost everything else is standing out more, including the nipples. Mm-hmm. It's frustrating to look at. But overall, like, when you take a step back, you're like, it has a vibe, but parts of this are just like prime candidates for blackout. That whole like half sleeve that's happening on his left arm or whatever, that's just,
I think keep going.
no, that's just a mess.
Keep
you
going.
need to find some clarity with
I love
that.
trad bodysuits.
No, that whole left arm is like disaster zone.